Hello, beautiful souls. It's me, shamamahuntingowl. And I'm here with the message I promised to deliver a few days ago. And I have to say, I just got full-on body slammed by the Capricorn full moon. I am a Capricorn sun and rising with a nice little Aries moon shoved into the middle of that. And so my Capricorn ass got flattened. I was experiencing a lot of purging. I was exhausted. I didn't sleep for several nights. I was just a mess. So I do apologize for not getting this out sooner to you guys. But the message is really beautiful. So even though we're moving through, the solstice, the height of the, has happened and the moon has happened, and we've transferred into Cancer season, these messages are important, and they're very much on a spiritual level for the divine feminine and the masculine. So thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for your understanding. I know you guys get it, like we have to self-care first. We can't pour from an empty cup. So I appreciate you guys very much. So let's talk about this stuff. So the things that I myself were experiencing, and I'm honestly like just starting to come out of this funk. Like yesterday it started to lighten. Today it feels a little bit better, and obviously here I am able to do this for you guys today. The biggest thing was I was starting to get downloads the night before the solstice. And it was very much Mary Magdalene coming in and explaining to me the light that was coming through for the solstice and how it was going to affect the feminine and the masculine collectives. It was going to have the most impact on the masculine energy, but it was the feminine energy, the Sophia coming in for us. So as I started to say, I was getting all of these downloads and I was feeling really great. And I took like all kinds of notes here, you guys, on like what I was going through. And then the next day, the evening of the solstice, I was guided to start pulling some cards for the full moon and for the solstice and for Cancer season from this trifecta that we went through. And let me just remind you guys that this is going to be energy that's lasting because we are in between right now 2 Capricorn full moons. We just had one. And in July, I believe 21st it is, we'll be having the 2nd Capricorn full moon. So this is not something that just ended because the moon has passed. This is something we're going to be carrying in. And again, Lionsgate, I keep hearing through the Lionsgate. So I was experiencing, and the few people that I had spoken to over the last week or so were corroborating. They were confirming what I was feeling, and so literally I started feeling my inner like the whole week last week I had like this buzzing level of anxiety, and I was going through like this whole like jaw clenching thing, and I take magnesium every night because I grind my teeth anyway, and it helps relax your jaw and all of that beautiful stuff. But it was to an extreme, and I was like just overcome with this anxiety, and it continued to build as we got into the full moon, and I felt like I felt inside my body like a toddler having a temper tantrum. My inner child was fucking losing its shit, freaking out, frustrated, sad, angry, bored, tired. I kept finding myself pacing repetitively through my house. Like I couldn't sit still. I would try to focus on something and I couldn't. How I felt. So if you guys have ever been to Disney World or an amusement park like that, have you ever noticed these parents who have like small kids with them, and they get to the park like as soon as it opens in the morning, and they buy their tickets, and like they pay damn good money for their tickets, and they're gonna get every fucking penny dollar they spent out of enjoyment in this park with their kids. And they get their kids, and it's hot and everybody's tired and the food sucks, but those parents are not giving up. They are gonna stay there from the time the park opens till the time the park closes, and they're dragging their kids, and these poor little kids are all sweaty and flushed red cheeks, and they're so tired, and they're so cranky, and they're crying, and they're throwing themselves on the floor. Well, that, if you've ever experienced that or witnessed that, well, that was me last week. I was losing my shit. And I could not find anything that could make me feel better. Like, I had no idea what I needed. So like the kids, like, cause like I was cranky, I was overtired, like those little kids, like you don't know what to do to them, help them first. And so I was like I said, I was fucking crazy, and I'm not the only one. So I'm so glad about that, because otherwise I think I was losing my shit. So what I did decide to do, as I was sitting in this energy, as I kept connecting to Magdalene, I just was shown to just send love to each of the things that I was feeling. Like, acknowledge it. It's here. I don't understand why it's here, but I'm sending love. I'm sending love to this tantruming little child inside me. And you know, once this little child is calm and peaceful, we'll figure out what we need. But in the meantime, let's just sit in a place of love. And this really, you know, it helped take the edge off. It really did. And as I was going through the experience, you know, when you come back into yourself, when you come back into your breath, when you understand this is so much more than just about you, when you understand that you're really not losing your shit, that you're moving through a process, and you can just send love for the process. It definitely helped. It definitely took a few days to get through it all. But I think I'm coming out the other side of it, you guys. And several of you have also shared that these are the same types of experiences that you all were having. Some of y'all, and it was funny because the solstice day was a really good day. It was like, almost like, maybe this is lifting, because it started, like I said, about a week ago. And that solstice day, I felt very peaceful. And then by that night, the next day, the Capricorn full moon was like, blah. So let's talk about the solstice really quick. The messages that I received as I was tuning in, and this is going to go along with the card reading that I have also, you guys. So I used the Magdalene Oracle for this reading and the Oracle of Visions, okay? But the messages I was getting as I was sitting in with Magdalene and asking for guidance as to how this was impactful for us, what she needed us to know. The first thing I heard is, I am she, the Lord. The divine feminine mother, God. She is the counterpart, the equal. It is both energies. And so this is what we need to come back to, was Magdalene's voice, Magdalene's power, the divine feminine claiming, literally claiming during this solstice, which the sun is a masculine energy, the feminine goddess was coming in and claiming that she was right there. I am she, the Lord. I am the divine feminine mother, God. I am the lover. I am the child. I am the sister. I am all of it. And so she was asking us to come into a remembrance, an embodiment of who we already are. And it was shown, you know, and then I was shown that we are remembering our ascension. We are already ascended, but it is now that we are bringing our memory back, our remembrance, our embodying back in. And in a sense, we are descending. Our ascension is descending into the 3D physical world, and it's a descension back into our hearts, back into the embodiment of what the divine feminine stands for. I was then shown a rose, and it was like tricolor this way, like in bands. And it started with white at the bottom, which was for purity, pink for unconditional love, and then red at the top for passion. And they showed the transformation of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And it was the most beautiful energy, you guys. The most beautiful, beautiful energy. Hang on, wait. I have other notes here. Where the heck are they? Can I find the other page? Okay. So here we go. So as I kept sitting with this, I am she, the Lord, I was guided to an audiobook that I have never listened to, that I downloaded, God, it must have been 2 years ago. And I started it. And it was, what is it? It's a red covered Magdalene story. I can't remember the name of it. I will put it in the thing underneath. Maybe the Magdalene Revealed, the revealing of the Magdalene. And within the first few minutes of listening, and I don't own the book, I was listening to it, that those words, I am she, the Lord, was spoken. And it was about Magdalene. And so the story came to that Magdalene was speaking to Yahshua, and Yahshua was explaining about the conscious mind, being conscious in our mind, and that we see with the mind. But the conscious mind is not the ego mind. The conscious mind is the spiritual mind. The spiritual mind is the eye of our heart. And so we are to perceive everything we perceive is through our heart, through our soul. Okay? And perception of the soul can change how we see everything. So I hope this makes sense, you guys, because I was really deep in it when I was bringing all of these notes through, and I keep looking at my notes so I don't skip out anything. Let's see. So I share that because this was this consistency that came through about the Magdalene. Now, I want to share, I think I'm going to share this set of cards first. Yes, I'm going to share the cards from the Magdalene Oracle first. So the first two cards that actually came out together are the Universal Christ and the Sophia. Well, this sums up, I am the Lord. I am the Lord. I am she, the Lord. I am Father God. I am Mother God. And this was the energy. Through the masculine solstice, the feminine Sophia was able to come through. And again, I keep hearing the claim herself as the Lord. Okay? Now, the next set of cards that came through, and dude, you can't make this shit up, okay, is the crucifixion, the resurrection, and ascension. Okay? Now, again, we're talking about universal Christ consciousness. We're talking about what our journeys, the journey of Christ, the journey of the teachers, the journey of the light workers, the persecution, that we have all experienced. And if you have been out here on this journey and have spoken out and spoken up and attempted to, whether publicly on YouTube or in your own world with your friends, I have had people death threat me. I have had people say nasty, horrible things about me. You know, I still to this day, you know, have had people making videos about me saying like terrible shit. This is the path of the light worker. This was the path of the Christ. This was the path that the Sophia witnessed with her beloved. This has been the persecution leading up to the end of the persecution. Okay? So this energy is the end of the suffering, the end of the really painful trials that we have endured. Like, it's done. It's finished. We are now claiming our divinity with full spiritual pride. We have suffered the worst. We have endured the worst pain. And that is over, because here we are being resurrected in the solstice, right? The sunlight, coming to rebirth, coming to life, being resurrected, and being allowed to embody our ascension, bringing, like I said, bringing the remembrance that we are already are ascended beings, remembering that, bringing it down into our physical 3D world, descension, descending into our physical heart, the space of unconditional love. Okay, now the next two cards were the beloved and the lovers. Well, who is more beloved? Who are, but you know, like the greatest lovers of all time, the Magdalene, Yahshua, our beloved. And so this is where the Capricorn and Cancer stuff comes into it, is that in the solstice, we are now the divine feminine, the Magdalene, the female version of the Lord, makes her presence known. The feminine is here. I ain't going anywhere. I'm here, right? That's what was coming through. When we take that with the Capricorn full moon, which is very much about the physical world, okay? Very much about a logical, practical, egoic mind, not a heart mind. Now remember what I said about the heart mind. We have to come into our heart mind, not our ego head mind. We are receiving this massive healing from the divine mother through the divine masculine, okay? So through the sun, the Yahshua energy, the divine mother is allowed to speak out. She speaks out. She offers this healing. Now this is for the divine masculine embodiments. This is for those who are divine masculine energy. We all have that. So our divine masculine energy has been hit hard with the mother. And so I come back to how I was feeling, this temper tantruming child who didn't know what I needed. And I like almost felt like I needed somebody else to take care of me, to know what I needed. And so what did I do? I connected with the ultimate mother, the highest mother there is, that nurturing, that love, that heart, that acceptance. And the message was, just send love to everything you're feeling. So this energy is coming in to help us heal anything in our masculine energy, okay? And I do this because our masculine energy is our right side, our feminine energy is our left side. To heal any wounds with the mother, okay? And now this is whether you are a mother, that you have things you want to or need to reconcile. This is with the divine mother. This is with your mother. This is with how men feed to women, women feed to, like, the whole dynamic around femininity and about mothering and about what it means to be a nurturing, emotionally available, fluid, unconditional love, what all of those things mean. So whatever our issues are, let's say you're a masculine who had a super controlling, super angry mother, okay? You were going to start to understand the dynamic in a new way. You were going to start receiving healing for those wounds from the Divine Mother. Now that allows you to reprogram your template around what a mother is. So it's an emotional level, it's an intellectual level of how we do our healing. It goes on all the processes. Sorry, guys. And so this healing that comes through is breaking down not just the blocks of this masculine's wounds for their own mother, but against the divine feminine as a whole. And as that heals, they are able to see it ripples. The ripple effect comes into play. And that wound heals with the mother, and then heals with the sister, and then heals with the feminine brothers and sisters, through the chain of humanity. Through, again, the ripple effect is what they keep saying. The ripple effect, and the waves, and the waves, and the waves, and the waves keep going and going. So now we add Cancer season to this, okay? Cancer season, Cancer is mother energy. Cancer is water. Cancer is emotions. Cancer is nurturing. Cancer is intuitive. So we add all of this extra feminine energy into this divine feminine healing that is being showered upon the masculine heart, and the claim of the feminine being allowed, or not being allowed, because it's not a matter of being allowed, but being confident enough to come up and speak, I am she, the Lord. And that is so fucking beautiful, you guys. So this is a massive healing even though it's focused on the masculine aspects of ourselves, for those who identify as a feminine energy, this is you claiming it. This is you embodying it. Okay, where am I going from here? Hang on one second. Okay, so the Cancer energy is fueling the fires of our heart for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because heart is opening. We're receiving this beautiful healing from the mother. We are melding into this true, we're melding, we're remembering the meld. Again, it's not something that's just happening now. It's something that we are now becoming conscious and aware of. And so our physical bodies are allowed to experience it at this time. We are being reset to our original divine blueprint of who we are. All the DNA is waking back up. We're coming back on, we're remembering our factory default settings and getting rid of all the viruses. I'm seeing literally getting rid of the viruses on your phone by resetting everything to default, right? Going back to our original core of who we are, of our divinity. Now, I'm going to go back to these cards for a second, because with all of this healing that is happening, We are honoring the beloved, our beloved, the beloved feminine. We are honoring that. We are healing that wound. And that is bringing, oops, please go this way. And that is bringing the counterparts back together into harmonious union, coming back into wholeness, acceptance, forgiveness. Because, you know, if you're the one with the angry mom, right, you're going to see all women as controlling bitches, right? Angry, controlling women. As you heal this wound, you reconcile that. You reconcile that. Maybe you're the feminine who, you know, is that angry, controlling person. Maybe you have wounds with the masculine that created that dynamic where you felt so insecure that you had to control, so fearful. This is all healing. This is all healing and coming back to not only ourselves, but our divine counterparts. Coming back to our beloved self in wholeness, as the Christ, as the Sophia. Okay? Next part of this reading, I hope you guys are still here with me. And this is super cool too, you guys. So the mother is all of creation. She gives birth to all. The divine masculine is witnessing in a new light through the solstice. It's like that reset blueprint, going back, number one, to the beginning of creation, of their lifetime, reliving it from the beginning of when they were in the womb with their mother, healing this. They're seeing it now. They're receiving, I'm literally hearing like they're receiving the light. They're receiving the light of everything they've experienced from the time of conception to, and this again, like, you can't make this shit up, guys. Look, to toddler, infancy, being nurtured by the mother. I am awakened to the beauty that is the divine feminine, the portal of all creation. And here is the mother nurturing the child, this little baby, reprogramming the timeline, healing the wounds around the mother, healing the wounds around the feminine. This light, I mean, look at the light. The light's in all these cards, you guys. Look, the light. Feeling the touch, the awakening of the heart. Receiving the feminine. Seeing it again. Look at how intently he's looking at her. Look at how intently he's looking. This is huge freaking healing, you guys. Now again, I'm not just talking about the masculine person, the bodied person. I'm talking about our own inner masculine. So huge opening, receiving, and healing of this energy, okay? The heart is receiving it. Now, so what is going on with the feminine energy person, feminine energy at this time? She was kind of held in a place of rest, very supported, okay? Very supportive, but held sort of in a, and again, I'm seeing the sun in this, you know, held sort of in this space of just suspended animation, but supported, but feeling almost like she looks kind of weary, doesn't she? I don't know how clear you can see that. Like, she doesn't look like she's resting peacefully. So I also feel like this is that holding space. So I'm feeling, as I'm talking about this with you guys, that it's like the Christ, it's like the universal Christ is holding the feminine. The masculine is holding and supporting the feminine, while she, the feminine, is in this internal time of being given the strength to speak the truth, to speak the voice, to claim the divinity of all that she is. And so we also again see the feminine in thought. So spiritually you're here, mentally you're here, deep in thought, going through your shit, overthinking. I mean, this was me, I can tell you that, and feeling very bound by like everything in my life. I kept replaying every mistake I thought I could have ever made, every bad decision. There was a lot of just like old memories, dark stuff that kept coming up for me. And again, not just for myself, you know, the feminine, but just like how she is naked, and I hope I don't get banned for this, just like she is naked and vulnerable, it was a time to allow myself to be in that energy, and for the feminines to be in that energy of being naked and vulnerable and sitting with themselves. But again, you know, the light in the window, the light is there. The light is there. I mean, like the light, and the light. So this has been a really important transition and transformation. So what does this bring us to brings the feminine and the masculine, these two separate parts of ourselves, now looking through the same lens, seeing the same vision, receiving the same healing, coming together to see the mother divinity in a new way. So this allows for this new honoring to take place between the feminine and masculine dynamic, physically in the world as well as within ourselves. And so the last card we got for this, you guys, and you know, look at this. There's this dude and he's carrying the feminine in this bubble on his back. This is like, okay, we figured it out. We're integrated now. We're one. We are one. And now the masculine is able to put the feminine sort of in this bubble of protection and support her, carry her, accept her, not as a burden, not as a responsibility, but as an honoring. Like, you are mine. All the love, all the passion, you are mine. Look at the roses on the floor. Like, you are to be celebrated. You are to be awed for who you are, not for anything you do. I mean, for who you are, because you are sacred and divine. And so this healing has truly impacted us in a tremendous way. And I feel like this shows that the masculine is being moved into this place of really seeing the value, getting rid of all of that old misogyny shit and all of the wicked and damning of women and this and that have gone on, all like from the witch hunts and all that stuff, right? Coming back into saying the divine feminine is equal and powerful. And I don't know where my cards went again. The Magdalene and the Yahshua. The true unconditional love, you guys. Like, you can't make this shit up. So, if you are going through all of this shit, and if you are still here with me, let me know. Leave a little heart at the bottom, because I know it's a lot, and I know it's a little bit late, and I feel really bad, but I felt like it was important to get this stuff out. This is going to continue, obviously, this integration, this receiving of the feminine, the claiming of the feminine. And like I said, since we have another Capricorn moon, it's really being driven into the physical world. Like Capricorn is all about physical world, man. You know, like, so this is coming into reality. We are descending into our hearts. So you guys, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you got something out of this. Again, I apologize for being late, but I am sending you all so much love and light, gratitude and blessings. Always beautiful souls. I love you. Mwah. And we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.